Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Normal here, and in this video we're going to do a comparison of two budget smartphones below the 15K price segment, the Xiaomi's Redmi Y2 with the Moto G6 Play. So we also already compared the Moto G6 with the Xiaomi's Redmi Y2, but the Moto G6 Play is a slightly lesser priced variant of the G6 series. So this does not have a dual camera setup, and this is more focused on the battery performance because it has a 4000 mAh capacity battery. So in this video, let's compare these two devices and see which is better here. So the Redmi Y2 is priced 999 for the base variant, and there is another variant priced at 1299 for the 4GB RAM and 64GB storage. And we have the Moto G6 Play priced only in one variant, that's 3 and 32GB storage, priced at 11999. So let's get started with the comparison. So first step, let's have a look at the design and build quality. So in terms of design aspect, you can see that both these devices are quite different in terms of the design, because one has a larger display, 6 inches display, while we have 5.7 inches display on the Moto G6, and both have 18:9 aspect ratio. And you can see that the bottom bezels are slightly on the higher side on both these devices. Again, top bezels are slightly lower on the Moto G6 Play, while the Xiaomi's Redmi Y2 is quite a similar device when compared to the Redmi Note 5 Pro. Now the back panel again has a dual camera setup on the Redmi Y2, while we have a single camera on the Moto G6 Play. Both the devices have fingerprint scanners on the back panel. Now looking at the hardware buttons, you can see the power and volume keys are on the right side on both these devices. The 3.5mm audio jack is on the top panel, and we have IR blast here on the Redmi Y2. The bottom panel houses the micro USB charging slot and the speaker unit on the Redmi Y2, while on the left side we have the SIM tray on both these devices. Now the speaker unit is on the front panel on the Moto G6 Play. So that was the design aspect. Now talking about the build quality. So you can see that both these devices are made of plastic material. So one has a completely glossy finish, that's a Moto G6 Play, while we have a matte finish which feels slightly similar to the metal construction. So both these devices are plastic. So we'll leave it to viewers to decide which one they liked better in terms of the build quality. Now next step, let's talk about the display. So we have HD plus resolution display on both these devices. Neither of them have a notch, but both have 18:9 aspect ratios. When we reviewed the Redmi Y2, we mentioned that the display is one of the weakest links of the Redmi Y2. When we talk about the display on the Moto G6 Play, it's again an HD plus resolution display, but the display quality is slightly better, and also the screen size being smaller than the Redmi Y2. The pixels per inch is slightly higher, that means it's more of denser pixels, and as a result the display quality looks a tad better on the Moto G6 Play. Also it has 2.5D glass, while the Redmi Y2 does not have 2.5D glass. Now both these devices do not offer any protection on the display. The display quality looks quite good, the viewing angles are pretty good, but overall we feel the Moto G6 Play has an edge here. Now next step, let's talk about the software. So this is one area where these two devices have completely different UIs, although both these devices run on Oreo out of the box. So we have the Android 8.1 Oreo out of the box on the Redmi Y2, while we have Android 8.0 Oreo on the Moto G6 Play. So software wise, definitely the Redmi Y2 has the latest version. Now talking about the software aspect, so we have two different UI. One is extremely customized UI offering lots of features including dual app support, app lock, then a second space, option for customization with themes. So whole lot of features are included on the Redmi Y2, while we have a plain stock Android on the Moto G6 Play. The Moto G6 Play offers the Moto app, which provides you with some additional features including Moto Key, Moto Actions and Moto Display. So it's a personal choice whether you want the stock Android, then go for the Moto G6 Play. But if you want a customized UI with a lot of additional features and the latest version of Android, then the Redmi Y2 is a better choice. Now talking about the performance, so we have the Snapdragon 625 octa-core chipset on the Redmi Y2, while we have the Snapdragon 430 octa-core chipset on the Moto G6 Play. So obviously the Snapdragon 625 is more powerful and does a better job here. But in terms of day-to-day experience, we didn't see any major difference in terms of performance. But when it comes to gaming and heavy multitasking, we can clearly see that the Snapdragon 625 is the better chipset out of these two devices. The 400 series is more of a budget offering, so Moto has used the 400 series above the 10K price segment, so not a best option. So we would give it to the Redmi Y2 in terms of the overall performance. Now the fingerprint scanner is provided on the back panel on both these devices, and both are quite good in terms of the performance. Now we have face unlock available on the Redmi Y2, while the face unlock is not available on the Moto G6 Play. So that's another option, another feature which is missing on the Moto G6 Play. Now both these devices have dual SIM cards, 4G LTE and VoLTE support, and both are quite good in terms of the overall performance as well. Now let's have a look at the camera. So we have a dual camera setup. So we have a primary 12 megapixel camera, secondary 5 megapixel camera for depth sensing, LED flash, and then a 16 megapixel shooter on the Redmi Y2. While we have a 13 megapixel camera on the Moto G6 Play and an 8 megapixel front camera for selfies. Now both these cameras have soft LED flash. Now talking about the camera quality, so this is one area where again we feel the Xiaomi's Redmi Y2 has an edge on a couple of interesting options. One is the daylight clarity looks quite good on both the phones, but again the sharpness levels are slightly better on the Redmi Y2. Now also in terms of the close-up images, we felt that the Redmi Y2 was a bit more sharper in terms of the overall quality. Now one area where the Redmi Y2 wins is the portrait mode, which is not available on the Moto G6 Play. So portrait mode is one thing which is missing on the Moto G6 Play. Also in the selfie camera there is portrait mode for the Redmi Y2, while that is missing on the Moto G6 Play. Also the video recording has EI support on the Redmi Y2, and also the low light performance was a tad better on the Redmi Y2. So overall in terms of the camera quality, we would say that the Redmi Y2 was a better choice, because overall clarity looks better, and there is also additional portrait mode for both rear and front cameras, and also EIS support. Now finally talking about the battery, so this is one area where the Moto G6 Play wins with a 4000 mAh capacity battery when compared to the 3080 on the Redmi Y2. So Redmi Y2 definitely has a good battery performance with the Snapdragon 625, but with high capacity battery the Moto G6 Play wins here. So now finally summing up, which one should you buy? So the Redmi Y2 price 999 offers great value for money. So 3GB RAM, 32GB storage, and the same variant is priced 1199 for the Moto G6 Play. So there is a 2K price difference between these two devices. Even with a lesser pricing, the Redmi Y2 offers latest software version, customized software, then better cameras, better processor, and overall it's better value for money device out there. But if you're a person who is looking for stock Android and want a great battery life, if you're a person who travels a lot with you want a great battery life, then the Moto G6 Play might be a better choice. But our choice would be to pick the Redmi Y2, which is a better overall package. So that was a comparison of the Moto G6 Play with the Redmi Y2. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the red subscribe button for more videos. This is Nirmal signing off. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.